Hello again. So, following up from the little pumpkins, I'm going to make witches' hats. These are simple, so fast, anyone can do these. So, you need a small ball of clay. Make a nice ball. Give it a squeeze in the palm of your hand to flatten it a little. So, you're getting a kind of a round shape. Work it round. Keep going with keeping it as circular as you can. Again, not that important because witches don't buy their hats off of Amazon. They actually old bits of felt and things, and they're never going to be perfect. So I think it makes it look more authentic. So we've got a nice little circle there. Now I've got a little roller, but you can continue to use your palm, but I've got a bit of arthritis, so I use these tools to help me. So flatten it out even more. Keep turning it so that you get an even pressure and compression around the clay. Work your way to not much bigger than what I've got here. What we're looking at, 3 inches, something like that. I mean, you can make any size you want, but that's what I'm going for. Right, so we've got our little base, put that aside. Now we want the actual pointy bits. Now you don't want as much as you think because this is going to be hollow. The easiest way to make a hollow witch's hat is get your little bit of clay, compress it in your hand so you're pressing, basically, it just bonds everything together and it's less likely to crack and split. So bit of wedging really, I suppose you could call it. So here we go again with this whole, we've got one fat end, one thin end, and we're going to stretch that up a little, start to get your witchy shape in. Now I get my little knife end, anything that's got that kind of end to it, and push it in there. Hold it tight from the outside so you're getting your finger marks in it, so you're getting a nice gnarly shaft. Put that in, give it a little wobble around, try and even up that if you can. You're going to bring that out, give it a little twist if it's got in far. Bring it out. Now what you've got is a rough looking hollow cone. Wobble that along, give that a nice little roll, get yourself a point going on here. A nice, not too much of a point, because don't forget this is clay. This can easily crack. So we've got, now there we are with a nice witchy shaped cone. You need to bring this part out by pinching between your finger and your thumb. Widen that. Is it getting wider and wider? Not too wide. Depends on your hat. With different styles for different people is fine. You can take it further up the shaft a little, widen that, shorten it. I mean, at this stage you can do what you want with it really. It's pliable. The more you work it, the more it's likely to crack. If you do find you're working really too much on this and you're beginning to get little cracks, just squeeze your sponge right out. You don't want a lot of water. Just give it a little damp, just to dampen it along there. You'll find it'll completely go back to being totally pliable again. This is easy stuff to work with. You've got to work fast, but you've got time for adjustments. Right, so there we are. I'm going to bring our little disc back. Give that a tap, get a little bit of a flatness to it. Score with the serrated edge tool there. A little bit of weak slip. Because my clay's damp, I don't need much more than a very weak slip. Open that out as much as you can and just plonk it down in the middle. All you've got to do. Get one of your little wooden tools and just bond it. Just bond it on there. It's no big It's not holding much weight. It's not going to take a great deal to do it. Just get it on so that we're attached there. And there we are. That will suffice. That will suffice. Tidy things up a little if you want to, but you're actually going to put a band around, and it's not a bad idea to be able to see. You know, I mean, there's no point in being all picky and fussy about it. It's a witch's hat, and you can make them quickly. There we are. We've got that. See the joins? The join there. Nothing too clever. Nothing too over the top. So, okay, and you think, now how's your witch going to get it on? Not that they are, but get your tool, find the hole, go straight in there. There it is. There's your opening. Now, if you want to tidy that up, you can. I do. I use a tool, little wooden tool, take it round to fit the outside, but you could just leave that hole if you want. It's at this stage where you can decide if this is going to be a tea light, in which case your whole thing needs to be a lot bigger. You know, the hole and the funnel and everything. These are just ornaments, so there. Now we need a nice little twist on the top there. I find if I wet the end of my finger with a little bit of clay and go around the edge here, just lift in between your thumb and your finger, you get a more authentic looking hat. You see how that's beginning to lift? Just bring it up a bit. Don't squeeze. You're not thinning it. You're just lifting it from the bottom. Really, you're just curving, a very, very slight little curve. See how that's lifted now all the way around there? Getting this little rim. Now you can make that uneven, even. I like